Can you see the screen?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's start. Do you have any issues till now? Whatever we have discussed. Any questions? Have you guys installed Linux on your system or other things which are alternative of that?
Sir, I tried to install Linux, but it keep crashing, so I am reinstalling it.
Okay, so how you try to install that in dual boot or inside virtual machine?
Sir, I try to install completely on the BIOS, override the BIOS.
Okay. Any other student? Any other student? VirtualBox Prakash is saying that he tried. Pankaj Singh installed. Okay, good, good, very good. What about other students? Please speak up. Don't be silent. Sabir installed. Very
Good
good.
evening, sir. Sir, I have installed.
Okay, you have installed. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, many of you have installed. So, are you guys aware about the command lines? Are you guys aware about it?
No, sir.
Okay, you are not aware about it. Okay, installed using persistent storage. Very good. Okay, so all of you had tried some different things, right? Someone tried to install in dual boot, someone inside virtual machine, and someone inside uh, just a pen drive, making it live. And that's good. So we are done with this setup almost. One thing we have to do is installation of XAMPP, right? Because if you look at this syllabus, I have this first unit, which is basically dealing with the installation part, and the second unit is about introduction of HTML, CSS, and then basic things about JavaScript. And the final one is introduction to PHP. And for working with this PHP thing, we need installation of XAMPP, right? So have you guys installed XAMPP?
No, sir.
Okay, you have not installed XAMPP. Okay, no problem. I will tell you a few things about it.
Yes, sir, installed.
Okay, you have installed. Very good. Those you have installed, it's very good. If you have not installed, no problem. I will tell you a few things about it. So first thing is, if you have Windows on your system or maybe Mac on your system, you have to just visit a website and install XAMPP, right? You can just visit the Google. You are able to see my screen, right? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Okay, very good. So you have to just install, like install XAMPP on Windows. Just search this kind of query. Go to this website, apachefriends.org. I will send you the link so you can copy it from here, right? And here you can download it for Windows or maybe Linux or OS X. If you want it for Windows, just click on this and it will start downloading it. I don't need it for the Windows, so I am not downloading it, but you will get it from here, Windows. Just a second. Here are the links, right? So if you want to install it for Windows, you can get it from here. If it is 64-bit, get it from this link, and so on. Similarly, for the Mac OS, you can download it from here. And for the Linux, you can directly install it from the command line. You have to just write a command. You can search it on Google. You don't need to remember everything. Install XAMPP on Ubuntu or Linux, and you will get any link you can open, and most probably you get the right answer after that. Or you can download it from here and then use these commands. See this, after after you download something from this website for the Linux, you can use these commands, make the installation package executable. We will learn these commands. What does this mean? What does this mean? All we are going to learn, right? So you don't need to worry. And then finally you can launch the setup like this. So I have already used these things, and that's why I have already installed XAMPP on my system. If you are on Windows or Linux, you will get something like this. I will show my screen to you. Just look at this. You need to just double click all these things and you will get installation. And after that you can open control panel, which looks similar to this. Those who have installed already know what does it mean. If you are not aware, I'm going to tell you. So you can see one thing is Apache here, MySQL. These two things are necessary for us, right? In case of XAMPP, you can see it here. What is XAMPP? It's a completely free, easy to use Apache distribution containing MariaDB. It's actually database, MariaDB, PHP and Perl, and we'll be basically talking about PHP in our course. And it will have a, these two things are PHP and Perl at the end. This M is MariaDB, A is Apache, and this X means cross platform, right? So you will find out some definition or maybe something written about it. Maybe here, I can't see it, but it means it's a cross platform, and cross platform means you can run it along any operating system. So we have basically Windows, Linux and OS versions for us. So you have something which is cross platform, so you can run it on any platform. A means Apache, and Apache is server. MariaDB is basically database for us, and these two are PHP and Perl, right? If you are on Windows and Mac, you don't need to worry about anything. You will just get an icon, something like, maybe in the beginning I will show you. Or maybe when you press the Windows button or start button in the Windows, you will see the XAMPP icon. You need to just double click on that and you will get a control panel, something like this, right? But in Ubuntu you don't need to do anything like that. What you have to do, let me tell you what you are going to do. You have to go inside your directory where this XAMPP is installed. In case of Ubuntu, it is installed inside a directory, and you can use pwd command to check the, you are saying something. If you want to say something, you can just unmute yourself, because I'm on the another screen, so I might not be see the chats at this moment. So if you have any question, just unmute yourself and ask the questions, right? Or maybe someone is trying to join. Let's accept it, right? So using pwd command, you are going to see the current working directory on which you are at this moment. How this work. Like you are on Windows, you see some directories like C, and then there are program files and so on, these kind of directories, right? Similarly, in case of Linux or Ubuntu, you have some directories, right? You can see it here. This is the current directory on which I am working, right? There is a root directory also. Just write something like this: cd means you need to change the directories. So if you want to move from one directory to another directory, you have to use cd command. Using this command, you can move from one directory to another. So you can understand it like this: it's a root directory. On Windows you don't need to do anything like this, but in case of Linux you have to do something like this. Here is a root, then there is another directory, maybe A directory, then B directory, then C directory, then D directory, maybe E. We have these kind of directories, right? And suppose you are at directory root at one moment and you want to move to A directory. It means you are going to move in the forward direction. There might be some other directories inside these. So suppose we have B directory inside A, and then there is one more. You can write it B1 and another B2. So it's a tree kind of structure actually. And you are at this point at one moment. If you want to move to A, you have to write CD and A, right? So basically, when you are moving forward, you have to write CD and then that directory name. But if you want to move to E directory from this directory and you write CDE, it is not possible, right? But what you can do, if you want to move to E in just one command, you have to write A, B, C, D, and E. Means you have to provide absolute path, or maybe not absolute actually. In this case, I am providing absolute path, but you can also provide relative path. Are you getting me? Are you guys getting me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
If you have any issues, please. Those who have any issues, please share with me, right? Okay. So we are at this point. Let us suppose you are at this directory at some point of time, at C directory, and you want to go back to maybe B1, or maybe you want to move forward. If you want to go forward, it's clear that you have to write CD and D. But if you want to move backward, if you want to move to B1, you have to write CD space and dot dot. Is it clear? For moving forward, you have to write CD and then name of directory. For moving backward, you have to write CD and then dot dot. Clear? So
Yes, sir.
I will show you on the terminal. Here is the terminal, and on the terminal, if I write like this and I write pwd, it's a root directory. You have to write ls to check the listing of directories or files inside this particular directory, and you can see these are multiple directories inside this root directory. Clear? And this XAMPP is installed inside this folder opt. So I will write cd, I will move inside opt, and if I write pwd again, you can see I am inside opt. Again I can check using ls command, and see how many things are inside this folder. Then I will use cd and lamp, and now I am inside lamp. Again check ls, and you can see there are a lot of things inside this folder also. If I want to move backward, you can use cd dot dot cd dot dot, and now I am again back to root directory. Clear? I can use all these commands together, cd opt and lamp with that, and now I am inside the directory again. So there are two approaches. In one I am writing one directory at one time, and in another one I am writing two directory name at one time. This is clear to you? Everyone is clear, or any
Yes, sir.
confusion? Okay, good. So you can also try using that, right? You can also try this thing today. If you have any confusion, you can note down this. What I will do next, I have this thing inside lamp inside this folder. So what I have to do, I have to start this service, and for starting this service I have to write lamp start. It is saying command not found. Let me check. Sudo start, or maybe sudo is something that provides us some rights to perform some actions which are privileged action. I will write lamp. Okay, it is saying someone is trying to join. Sudo lamp start. Okay, it is asking me password. It's saying command not found. I will again try opt lamp. I will provide full path and see if I am able to start from it. Now we are actually we need to provide full path here. I'm not sure why it is doing so, because it is similar thing. If I try to do something like this, it is also same thing, because we are inside this. Okay, I got it. I will first stop it. I will show you why it is not running when I'm trying just lamp start. I will stop it first. It is stopping everything. Now let's go back. Whenever we want to, let me show you one thing first. ls hyphen l. When I'm showing ls, it means you are seeing the directories like this. If you want to see the detailed listing of the directories, you have to use ls hyphen l. So you might ask from where we will get these kind of options, and where from where we can see all these things. There is a man command like this, man, and then any command you want to explore, write that command, and you will get all the details here like this. These are all the options that you can see, right? So you will find hyphen l option here. Once you are aware about this, see this hyphen l use a long listing format. Then you can press q to exit out of this. So ls hyphen l, and you can see the long listing. We are interested in this thing, right? And this is a executable file. So whenever you want to run an executable file, you have to do something like this. I will show you. Sudo is the command. Sudo is action, provides you right to perform some privilege action. Then you have lamp. You can write something like this, right? Can you see what I did? I have put a dot here, dot, then slash, and then lamp. And then if I write start, it will start the server. And after starting this server, if I open localhost here, you can see I am able to see something, right? I will close this first, this also, and now do one more thing, again lamp, and stop it now. Now it is stopping the server. Refresh it, and now you can see this site cannot be reached. Can someone tell me what is happening here? Can someone tell me? Anyone?
No, sir.
No one have an idea about it?
सर वो
Any
सर्वर
any
को रीच
guesses?
नहीं कर पा रहा होगा.
सर्वर को रीच नहीं कर पा रहा होगा. ओके, वेरी गुड, आंसर सही है आपका. Actually, when we run some HTML files or front end files, we are stopping this host server. Okay, good. Actually, when we run some HTML and CSS file or JavaScript file, we don't need any server for that because these are front end technologies. But when we are running files like PHP files, we need a server, right? We talked about server in a few past few classes, right? We talked about it, right? Are you aware about the servers? What servers are?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we
Yes.
talked about that in previous two classes, that we have servers something like computer. So whenever we want some pages from that, something like this, if I write Google, I am requesting a server that please send me this page. If I write JavaScript and we have these pages, if I click this, actually I am requesting server of w3schools.com that please give me this page. If I click somewhere else, maybe on this JS string methods, I am again requesting this server to return me this page. Right? Are you getting me? So whenever we have something like this, like maybe PHP or anything that is on backend, we need to request the server, right? So if I create a program in PHP, I need server for that, and that's why we are installing XAMPP, and XAMPP is providing us few things that we talked about. It is providing us this Apache server, right? And this MariaDB, which is a SQL server specifically for us, in which we will work with the database. So this is providing us these things, right? So here when I'm starting server, when I started this server, it is starting our Apache and MySQL. And when I'm stopping this, it's stopping these services. But if this server is stopped, we are not able to send any request to this. Whenever I'm writing localhost is also another name for 127.0.0.1, which is also called home address or loopback address. If you look at your syllabus, you can find out this localhost, loopback address, running and stopping server on Linux. So actually we are covering this thing. These things we are covering today. Installation of XAMPP, other variants, working of XAMPP, explanation of localhost or loopback address, running and stopping server on Linux, right? So when I stop this server, we are actually trying to request a resource from the server, but it's not able to return us, right? So let me start it again. I have started this server. Now if I refresh this page, it will return response, right? Is it clear to everyone? You might have heard the things like WhatsApp server is not running or is down, or Google server is not running. Few days back this thing happened, right? Google server or Gmail server was down.
Yes, sir.
right? So it means there is a computer system, or not not one, actually there are multiple computer system that acts as a server, and they all have some IP addresses. Sometimes due to maybe they are maintaining the servers, or they are doing something with that, or maybe due to some power supply problems, or it could be anything. Due to such kind of things, servers might be down, or they might be under maintenance, so they are not able to respond. Clear? So similarly, if you are trying to maintain your website, so sometime you might stop your server like this, stop. And in that case, whenever someone will send a request to your server, you will not be able to respond. So what it is saying, this site cannot be reached, localhost refused to connect. Either check the internet connection, or maybe it will provide some other details like this. You can also write 127.0.0.1, right? So whenever we are connecting to a service, it basically have two things. One is IP address, and another thing that it has is uh, port address, port number, sorry. So one thing is IP address, and another thing that it has is port number. IP address is basically 32-bit number, and this port number is something like maybe 48 or 127, 80, something like this. It's not bits I am talking about, it's just a number. So if you want to know the details, actually we are not going to discuss all these things here. You can go to my channel that I have. You can go to the playlist, and in the cyber security part, this one, there are these videos starting from the 31 actually. So it talks about these things in detail. Basically this 30-second video you can see. I'm just pasting the link here in chat. You can watch this video and see how two devices communicate each other. What actually happens, I have told in this video. There are some uh, network layers that you will basically study in fifth or sixth semester, but to just get an idea how two devices communicate each other, whenever you, okay, just maybe, okay, this is the only slide here in which I am explaining everything. So you can go to this video 30-second, and then you can study about this in 33. It's very interesting to know how these two devices communicate each other, and what is IP address, what is port number, what is MAC address, and all these things you will get to know from this. I will not talk about all these things in very detail, but yes, you can read these things. Is it clear to everyone? So whenever I am, is it clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So whenever we are writing like this, and you can see I have written like this, dot, then this slash, and then lamp. Other than this, you can also give its whole path, which is absolute path, opt lamp, and again lamp, and start, and server is again started. It's IP address of this server that I'm requesting. With this, there is port number also. So if this server is running on 80 port number, it should respond. If it is running on another server, or sorry, if it is running on another port number, it will give us an error. But it is running on 80, so it is providing us this response. And from where this response is coming, you can see we have this IP address, and then there is a folder. I will show you where this is. Just a second. inside LAMP you can see we have a folder called htdocs. If you are on Windows or Mac, inside your C program file you will find out a folder something like this, htdocs. So I will move to htdocs. I will ask you first, can someone tell me, Ayushi Kathat, can you tell me how can I move to htdocs? Ayushi, can you hear me?
Sir.
Jaydeep, okay, Ayushi, can you tell me how can I move to htdocs?
So from
From this
to
place,
HT
wherever
doc.
I am. What should I write? What command should I write here?
So CD.
cd, very good.
Um, HT docs.
htdocs, very good. So I have written this. Now I am inside another folder, and if I look at this, I am inside dashboard, right? You can see here I am inside dashboard.
Yes, sir.
So here is the dashboard. Again I have to write cd and dashboard. Then if I check ls, you can see I have some files inside this, right?
Yes, sir.
So one file I have made here is hello.php. PHP is a very easy language. So what I will do, I will open this file for you, hello.php. You can either use the text editor like this, or you can use this terminal to open these files. You have to use nano and hello.php, and here is the text I have written inside this, right? Although there is no PHP code inside this file, it's all HTML. And if you want to make me something new content, I will make it for you, nano. And the first thing that I want to tell you, this is introduction to basic HTML. So I will create a file, maybe hello.html file. Whenever you want to create an HTML file, you have to write file name and give an extension which is HTML. And now this file is created, and it is saying I cannot save the file, access is denied because I am not using sudo. So for that you can write sudo, and I think file is not saved here, or maybe there is no file. So what I have to do, I can use another command also, using which I can create files, that is touch hello.html, and it is again saying that permission is denied. So what should I do now? Can anyone tell me what should I do now? Gedit, okay. What is touch is used for, sir? Actually, whenever I am trying to use nano, using nano I am doing two things. If I write something like this, nano hello.html, let me show it here. So whenever I am writing nano hello.html, or another command is touch hello.html. So what this command does, touch command create a file. It will just create a file for you, and what this command will do, it will create a file plus open it, right? So if you want to just create a file, just use touch command. If you want to open that file, you have to use nano command, right? So touch command is for just creating a file, nano command is for doing two things together. First create a file and then open it. And if some file is already created, you have to just write nano hello.html, and this is going to open this file for you. But in this case, when this is saying permission denied, we have to use sudo and then nano hello.html. It is asking me my password. Now you can see I have entered my password, and now you can write anything inside this file, maybe hello world. I am writing this thing. You have to press Ctrl O to save this content, Ctrl X to come out of this. Then you can use cat command to see the content of this file, and you can see cat hello.html is saying hello world, because this content is inside this hello.html file. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear? So you can use,
Sir, I might look back, but it's pretty clear now.
sorry, is it clear?
It's clear, but I will look it back once again after
Okay,
the
if you
meeting.
have any doubt, you can ask me, no problem. If anyone has any problem, you can always ask me, no worries. And I want to open that file. I don't know where that computer I can find out. Maybe inside this or maybe inside this. Yes, this is the thing that I'm opening since that time. And you can find opt here, lamp here, and where is that htdocs? Htdocs, it is htdocs, right? And here is the dashboard, and the file I have created here is hello.html. It is that file. I will open it with this, right? Okay, whatever I will try to do with this file, it will ask me the authentication, so I will always put the authentication, right? So let's try to create an HTML file first. So this is how you create an HTML file. You have to put a tag here, HTML, and then you have to put another tag, head. You have to close this. So in HTML, whatever tag you open, you need to close that tag. Inside this, you can provide another tag, title, and you can write first hello world program. I want to save this. So if you have any problem doing all these things, what you can do, you can just pull this file out and put it somewhere else, maybe on the desktop, something like this. I should have this hello world file here, maybe this is the file, right? And then I can delete that file from here. For removing that file, let me show you again. Here is the hello.html file. If I want to remove this file, I have to use rm command and hello.html, and if you check it again, you will not find that file here. Is it clear what we are doing? Can anyone tell me why I have moved that file to desktop? Kanchan, can you tell me?
For easy accessing, sir.
For easy accessing, right? Nothing else. Because every time I don't want to put password there.
Sir,
Yes, yes, Kanchan, please.
sir, is it necessary to write sudo before rm?
Uh, only in that case when you don't have access in that particular directory. Then
Sir, I
you
was
need to use the
writing
code.
without
Yeah,
using
you can.
sudo, so
Yeah,
it
if it
was
is in
running fine.
yeah, if it is in desktop or some other directory, it will run fine. But if you are in some directory where um, Ubuntu is not allowing you to make changes, then you need to
Yes.
show that you have access. Clear?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's something like hmm, maybe inside, if you are a student of graphic era, you are living inside a campus, then you may not need to show the COVID test, right? But if you are coming from outside, you need to show that. It's something like that. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So college authorities, what they can do, if they do not want that make that difficult, they can put you in hostel and say that you don't need to show it now. So, similarly, what we are doing, we have put that thing in the desktop. Now what I will do, I will go here. Where is that file? Hello.html. It should be some, yes, it is here. Now I will open it in Sublime. You can use any text editor. I am using Sublime. You can use maybe this text editor. It is looking like this. So you can use anything. That is your choice. Okay. So let me show you. So this is our first program. If you want to write something inside this, you have to use another tag, which is body tag, and I will close it now. And if you want to write anything inside this, I will write inside here, welcome everyone, and I will write happy new year. Right. So for the HTML file, what you can do, you have to just double click on this, and here is the output actually. Output, or you can say this has been passed by the this browser, and now you can see whatever you have written. And the title thing that you have written here is first hello world program. You can see it on the top here. Are you able to see it? Are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Good. So maybe I can write something else here, maybe HTML demo, and then you can see that it will change the title here. Sorry, this one. Can someone tell me what is the need of putting title in your HTML file? Can anyone answer? Ria? Ria, can you answer me? Why you are putting HTML title?
Sir, it gives name to the file.
It gives name to the file. And
Title
if you,
bar में sir.
okay, actually, if you see my browser, you can see that how many tabs are open, right? So I have closed lot of them today, but you can see there are around maybe 30 or 25. So it might be very difficult to access or to find out which on which we are working. But if you put your mouse like this, you will see the name of that particular file, right? So it becomes easy to access. Clear? Now it's easy, right?
Yes, sir.
Like this, you can see. If I want to move to see, if I want to see this file, what it means, then it is saying computational intelligence for big social data analytics. And another similar icon is this. Now if I put it, what is computational intelligence, and similarly like this and so on, right? So title is very necessary and important thing for your document. Now if we look at this file, you can put headings to make your text bold, and there are a lot of headings we have. So I will remove this, maybe happy new year. I will write to welcome everyone. If you put inside h1 and then see this thing, it will become bold, right? Other than this h1, we have other headings also. So I will copy it 6 or 7 times and see 6 and see if 3, sorry, 4 and 5 6 and 7. And now I will refresh this. You can see this is first heading, this is second heading, this is third, fourth, fifth and sixth, and it is becoming smaller and smaller. So if you look after maybe third or fourth heading, they are of not much use for us, right? And in this seventh heading, it is actually plain text. If I write plain text again by removing this H7 like this, it's coming in front of this. So if you want to put a new line, you can write something like this, BR. This is self closing tag. You don't need to write. You don't need to write something like this. Just use this BR and it is self sufficient. Now refresh this again. You can see welcome everyone, which is inside H7, and that we are writing in plain text. Both are same, right? Are you getting me? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And this is happening just because H7 is nothing. There is nothing like H7. We have headings from H1 to H6 only, right? I will refresh it again. So we have H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then normal text. So actually normal text is almost similar to this, right? This H4. And how can we identify this? You can put one more tag here, which is B, then close this B. And what this B does, can anyone tell me what this B does?
Sir, bold.
Sorry, can you
सर
please repeat?
सर जो लिखा होता है उसे बोल्ड कर देता है.
राइट राइट. सो ये आपको बोल्ड कर देगा, ठीक है. तो आप देखो ये जो फोर्थ वाला हेडिंग था आपका और ये वाला जो भी आपने प्लेन टेक्स्ट में बोल्ड किया था, ये दोनों एग्जैक्टली सेम है. इट मींस if you write H4 heading or normal text in bold, both are similar, right? Otherwise you need to increase the font size for H1, H2 and H3. But one important thing here is that if you have a HTML file something like this with the extension .html, you can just double click on that file and open this file something like this. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Inside this you can put CSS and JavaScript and everything. But for the PHP files, I will do one change. I will just change this file, maybe just close this. I will also close this file. Now what I will do, I will change its name or make this file to PHP file. Clear to everyone? And just do one more thing, which the HTML file that we opened, you can right click on that and see the page source. Okay, now it is not able to find out that HTML file. I will again change its name to HTML first, and then the thing that I wanted to tell you, it's HTML file again. Now view page source, and you can see this is the page source that we have written, right? So whatever you write in HTML or whatever page you are getting here, if you right click on that and see the page source, we will find out the content that we have written. Is it clear to everyone? So whatever you look at the internet, you can just right click on that and see the page source, and if you want to copy some of the things from there, you can always do so, right? Now do one thing, I am going to change this to PHP, and I will tell you the difference between these two things. So make it PHP first. Now if I refresh this, it will not give us anything. Just write PHP, or maybe what I will do, I will just try to double click on this, and now it is opening in text editor. It's not opening in browser. I will just try to open it in browser, maybe view all application and find out my browser from here. This is Chrome. Select it, It is not opening something. Are you getting me? It's not opening the file. It has downloaded. You can see on the bottom left corner. Are you getting me? Can anyone tell me the reason behind this? Why it is downloading the file and not opening the file? Pankaj, can you tell me?
No, sir, no idea.
No idea. Okay. Anyone have any idea about it? Ria? Rohit?
Uh,
Ria, any
No,
idea
sir.
about it? Okay, no idea. Okay, the important thing here is we have two things. One is front end and one is back end. So front end is HTML file and you have your browser in your system. So you can always open that file by double clicking in it, right? Because that is front end part. But for the scripting files, you need a server to respond. So this file is PHP file, so we need a server for this. If you try to open this in browser, you don't have any server at that point. So you have to move this file to some other place, right? And what is that other place that I told you that we have? Let me move to that, or maybe I will open other locations. Computer, and you can see it here. Where was that? Opt. This is opt. This is lamp. I have already created a file inside this htdocs. Um, and dashboard. So this is the whenever you are creating a file with .php extension, you have to put those file inside this, right? So I have already created a file. I will open it in Sublime. You can see it here. This is the file. This is similar file that we have made, right? Is there any issue in this? You can ask me one thing, that how we have moved this file to this place. So moving is easier task. We don't have any issue with that. You can just copy that file from that place and move it here. Or if you want to use the command line, what you can do, I can get a file like this. You have to use move command, but I will also use sudo command, because otherwise I will not be able to move the file from desktop to this dashboard. And now I have to go to desktop first, because I want to move the file from that place. So I will use this one, move, then some paths, and path are actually let me see what paths we have. Maybe home. Yes, home, then Deepak, then desktop, and then we have a file hello.php. I want to move this file to the dashboard. So I will just write, I will not write anything. I will just write hello.php, because I am currently on the dashboard directory. That's why I don't need to write any name in front of this. But let me go a little back and see the current directory htdocs. Now I can move again, use sudo command, move, then home, Deepak, desktop, hello.php, and then you can write dashboard, because I am one step backward from the dashboard, and now you have to write hello.php. So what you are actually doing, you are moving one hello.php from this place to this place, and as I am using sudo command, then I will be able to perform this action. If I don't use sudo command, I will not be able to perform this action. You can see moving failed because permission is denied. So what you have to do, just use sudo command here, put your password, and now you can see that the file that I have moved is here, right? If I open it in Sublime, this is the file we were talking about. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Any doubt in this? Sagar, you are
No,
saying something?
no.
It's clear, right? So now final thing that we are doing here is, what I have to do, I have to write localhost, and using this localhost we are going to move to dashboard, right? So this is the dashboard, right? We are inside dashboard. Now we have to write name of this file. just just look at this important thing, that we are not writing this whole path: computer, opt, lamp, htdocs, dashboard, hello.php. We are not writing the whole path. We are just writing localhost, and dashboard is the first directory of that, and after that we can write hello.php. And now here is the output. Tell me if you have any confusion regarding this. Any confusions? Because this is the last thing that we are going to study today. After that we are going to wind up our lecture for today's class. So this is very important thing. In case of HTML, you have to just double click on that file and that will start running. But in case of PHP, we need to put that inside this dashboard thing. Not only this thing, you can also create a directory, and inside that directory, maybe you, if you want to make a new website for yourself, or maybe what I will do, I will create a new directory, and new directory you can create using make sudo make dr mkdr, and then name of the website, maybe you want to make it lamp. Now you will see that there is a directory with name lamp here. Okay, it's inside, actually it's inside this. Actually I want to create it inside dashboard. So what I will do, I will remove this directory lamp, but removing directory using this command is not possible. You can see, cannot remove lamp, it's a directory. So what I will do, I need to use one more thing, rm. After that I have to use -r, and now it is going to remove this lamp directory. If you again see, there is no lamp directory, right? Again move to dashboard, create a lamp directory. You can see it here, we have a lamp directory here, this one. And I want to move this hello.php inside this lamp. So just use sudo command, move hello.php, and I want to move it to lamp. And that you can leave it like this. Okay, sorry, there is a problem, I think. Okay, no problem. Just move to lamp and see if that file is inside that or not. And here is the hello.php file. If I refresh it, object not found, because we have moved this. Now what I have to do, I have to provide lamp and then hello.php, and here is the output again. So whenever you are creating a new website, just create a new directory, and inside that put all the files, and that's how you are going to run all these programs. One very important thing, last thing, if I rename this file to some other, like just put sudo, and I want to rename it, so I will use move command, hello.php, make it index.php. Now this file name is index.php, you can see it here. For that you don't need to use hello.php here, just leave it like this, and you can see the answer. We have not written index.php here, still we are getting the answer. Just try to change this file name to some other file name, maybe from the index.php to in.php, and refresh it, and now we are getting this. Again, try to change to it from index into index, refresh it, again we are getting output. Make it again in, or maybe some other name, and we are getting this. Can anyone explain me what is happening? Any idea? Any
No,
idea?
sir.
No idea. Very good. Now you have to find out this thing, right? In the next class we'll discuss this, and you have to find out why this is happening. You have to experiment all these things, install the Linux or anything that you want to do. If you don't have any Linux system, don't worry, you can use it in Windows also. So try to do things, see why this thing is behaving like this. If we have index, we don't need to write file name, but if you have another file name, then it is doing something different that we actually don't want. So if I click on that en.php, then I'm getting output, right? So I think it is enough for today. If you have any doubt or query regarding this, please, you can ask me. If you don't have any doubt, you can leave the meeting. If you have any doubt, just ask me. No doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, good. If you don't have any doubt, then you can leave the meeting. If you have doubt, you can ask me. I am here till next 2 minutes waiting for the doubts. Any doubt? It's uh, it's not compulsory that you need to ask doubt from your subjects only. You can ask any other things. Okay, no questions? Then thank you so much. See you in the next class.